Okay, good evening, everybody. Are we all here? Yes.
I don't know. Maybe some guys from my board will join us later, but it's a little bit early for people who are working, so maybe they will come. But I think we can start, and maybe they join us later.
Yeah, as I told you, usually we have Gopal and Siddharthan that are with us, and in India is already 10:30, I think, or something like, yes, 10:30. So then when it's 7 o'clock, it gets very late, and yeah, so it is better to start a little bit earlier. Thank you very much for being with us tonight. This is probably the 11th or 12th meeting that we have with the countries, and we think that it is important to meet, and it is nice to meet you all, because we can have some good ideas together, and we can try to know each other better. So I will start to introduce myself. My name is Luca, and I live in Verona, in Italy. For this year, 41 international president. I have a wife and 3 kids, Rebecca, Elena, and Guglielmo. All are unfortunately now abroad. Elena is Indian. My younger kid is having high school in Canada, and my first daughter is in Florence. So everybody is studying somewhere else. I am chartered accountant. Hello, Martin. Nice to meet you. Okay, I pass the ball to Tom.
Okay, thank you. My name is Tom Albrightson. I'm living in Grimstad, southern coast of Norway. I am married to Ellen. I have 2 daughters. One of them, which is the local ladies circle president at the moment, and I'm a business owner here in Norway. I am currently the vice president, and many years ago I used to be Roundtable International president. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Gopal.
Good evening, gentlemen. I'm Gopal Chopra from southern part of India, Bangalore. Married, 2 boys. I have been the 41 India president, and currently the international secretary till 2023. I'm in the business of manufacturing goods in the field of sericulture.
Thank you, Gopal. Fabian?
Yes, my name is Fabian Engler. I come from Germany. I'm the webmaster 41 International in Germany and JAP. And yes, I'm married with Ulrike and live in the middle of Germany. So, and yes, I'm very nice to meet you here in the evening.
Thank you, Fabian. Thor?
Good evening, gentlemen. My name is Tor Arne Haugerud. I'm 53 years old. I'm from Norway, and I'm this year the treasurer. I'm married with Heidi, and I have 2 boys, Andre 21 and Alan 17. I live in Gvarv, 150 kilometers southwest from Oslo, small city, and I run my own business, accounting business, in 2 small cities. Thank you.
Thank you, Thor. Barry, good evening.
Good evening. I was a bit late there. Sorry about that. Doing some stuff. My name is Barry Derman. I'm the vice president elect, which means eventually I will become vice president in Bergen. I have a wife, Rachel, who loves international travel with 41. and she's in Tangent, where she's a pharmacist. I'm a financial freelance consultant and trainer. Mostly nowadays, I just do a little bit of training. Got 2 grown-up children. I live near Birmingham, and I'm looking forward to welcoming you to the international conference in Stratford-on-Avon in May 2023. I think that's it for me.
Okay, we have Luke. I know that he's got school, so maybe it's time for him to say something to us. Luke, are you there? Well,
Bonsoir.
Luke? Okay, well, let's go on with Martin.
Bon, bonsoir, je suis Martin Hartel, je suis du Club 41 en Italie. Je ne suis pas membre du board
En
international.
français, Martin?
Oui, oui, ça va, non? Je ne sais pas parler flamand. Moi, je suis le secrétaire personnel du président international. C'est un office prévu des règles du 41 international. Ce n'est pas utilisé beaucoup, mais ça existe. Mais le secrétaire personnel n'est pas membre du board. Moi, je suis avocat à Rome, en Italie. J'ai 3 enfants. Je cherche de me rendre utile à l'international en la capacité, comme je viens de dire, de secrétaire personnel, et de temps en temps, je donne aussi quelques conseils juridiques au board international.
Yes, thank you, Martin.
Martin, you pressed the wrong button. You should have
Fabulous,
pressed the
Martin.
English button.
Every word I could understand. Great job, Martin.
Anyway, just to add something to Martin, of course, he's not my personal secretary. Well, he helps me a lot, but I thought that it was good for us to have a lawyer among us, and he's doing a great job for 41 International. So I just decided that it was good for us to have him around, and although he hasn't got a place in the international board, I thought that it was good to have a personal secretary. He helps a lot. Thank you, Martin, for your job. Okay, let's start with Luke. Can you tell us something, or still it is difficult to speak? Luke. Okay, let's go on with Belgium. Benoit, it's your turn.
Thank you, Luca. First of all, I would like to thank you for making this possible. The international board, it's very important for us. So thank you for that. And good evening. My name is Benoit Lachy. I'm 44 years old. I'm this year the national president. So I have a wife, Manuela, and 4 kids. Excuse me?
No, we understand perfectly.
Okay, now Luke is online. Okay.
Okay. So did you hear everything, or
Yes.
was okay with the sound?
Perfectly.
All right. So I keep going. So I've been tabling in the east part of Belgium, a table open 50. I start the 41 clubs in Liège, in 2 other clubs, Liège 97 and Liège 50, and I also in the club open 15. So actually I'm in 3 clubs because I have a problem of choosing which one I will be in. So it doesn't matter. It's a pleasure for me to be in those 3 clubs. So now I will let the word to Roland.
Okay, thank you. So I'm Roland. I run my own company. I'm a security, I have a security company. I'm married. I've with Bridget for a few years now. We have 5 kids together, 11 grandchildren. And the oldest of the children is in Seoul, in Korea. The others are in Belgium. I used to be in Roundtable 12, so thus luck. We were in the same table, not at the same time, because he's a bit younger than I am. I was in table from 86 to 93, so I'm in 41 since 93. And one of my sons-in-law is now the president of Roundtable 12 in Brussels. Okay. So that's it, I think.
Thank you, Roland. Stéphane?
Yes, good evening. So my name is Stéphane Kefker. I'm 42. I'm from 41 Club of We, number 60. It's a small city west, of Liège. I am in the 41 for a little bit more than 1 year. Before, of course, I was at the Roundtable Club 60 as well, in We as well, where I spent 7 years with different function at the local board or the national board. And among other, I was Table World officer in Roundtable Belgium. So Benoit asked me to join his board to take the role of webmaster, and I took over as well editor, and among other within the webmaster task, working to make the 41 World platform adopted by our member. On the family side, I am single at the moment. To my knowledge, not yet having any children. At least no one claimed for it until now. And I am working in the quicklime and limestone business here in Belgium. That's it for me.
Thank you, Stéphane. I don't know about Edwin. Edwin, can you tell us something?
Yes, I parked one moment. My name is Edwin Mortier. I'm at the moment 41 first vice president in Belgium. I am old member of 73 Bornem in Belgium Roundtable, also since 87, I think. And I'm married second time, and I've got 7 children and 6 grandchildren. So and I'm working still as assistant manager of a firm in heating and plumbing and so on. So that's it. See you later.
Thank you, Edwin. Bob?
Good evening, everybody. Probably you don't know me. My name is Bob. I was an old member from Roundtable 21 in Tiene, in which my father was also a member. And it's out of Roundtable 21 Tiene that they chartered the first ladies circle in Belgium, Lady Circle number 1, in which my mother was founding member. I'm already a few years in our national committee, second vice, first vice, president, past president, and then probably the only president who became president of the past president. My partner is Gilles Brace, maybe you know her. She is at this moment past president of Agora Belgium. And I have 3 children and 1 grandchild. Happy that you organized this meeting, Luca. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Luke, do you want to say something? He doesn't, apparently. Okay. So let's start, Benoit. So if it's possible to have some news about 41 Belgium and just a brief, how many clubs you have and how many members you have, if it is possible.
Of course. So in Belgium right now, we are 2,456 members, around 100 clubs. We have 2 more clubs. It's going to be short this year. So in the committee, in the national board, we are 13, and a secretary, Maryse, who's a permanent secretary for us. So in Belgium, it's going quite well. We have, it's a lady, yeah. She is also a secretary for the round table.
Paper number 2. Oh.
Excuse me. Okay. So we have 5 areas with chairman or area president. We lost one from area 1, who's going to be restarted, and we are working on it. But the 4 other areas are working quite well. The president of the areas are coming in the national board. We met once a month on the last Monday of the month, but we also have each month a cairn meeting. So the national board is working twice a month. They are meeting twice a month. And so I don't know if you want to know something else. I will maybe let Roland talking about our vision of the outside and how we are looking for visiting and traveling. And after that, I can explain to you what we are focused on, what we are working on, and but let's see Roland talking about Belgium, outside Belgium.
Internationally, you know that we are quite active. Now, the first thing is that even if France is not in 41 International anymore, as we are French speaking, we are quite close to them, and we are still in contact with them. So that's one point that you need to know. We have several meetings like Transfrontalière, which is southern Belgium with northern France meeting. We go mainly, we have a bunch of 40-50 people going to CNR in France and things like that. Now, for the other countries, you know, we like to travel. We have the habit to speak a lot of different languages. So the funny thing is, when we are on a table, we can switch over from French to German to Flemish or Dutch, I mean, and even to English, as we do today. We are involved as well in the YAP, but Edwin has a better position than me to talk about that. So we are really concerned by international contacts anyway. I had the chance to go to the half-year meeting in Germany. I had to go to the AGM in Switzerland. I have a lot of friends over there, so it's always a pleasure to meet them. And even if you don't need them, if you don't know them, you're sure to find friends when you travel, of course. You want me to say something else, Benoit?
Okay, thank you, Roland. So what I can tell you, it's the 4 things we were working on. What is important to know, it's we are not focused only for 1 year. We want to work for 2-3 years with the 2 vice presidents. Edwin is here, and we also have Fabien Demoulin. He could not join us tonight, but all together we are working to put the 41 Club Belgium in a very good position. So we have 4 topics to focus on. The first one is the recruitment of the table. So we are looking to help Roundtable for the recruitment. Like everywhere in the world, we can see the number of members are increasing. So not increasing, but
Decreasing.
okay. So we had to find the way to explain to the 41 members they can help the Roundtable recruiting. So later on, I will show you the movie we made, and after that, I will explain to you how we are working on it. And second, we are looking to know better all the clubs in Belgium. You know, in the world, I think it's always the same thing. You have clubs who are living by themselves, some clubs who are growing, and it's very difficult for me as a young national president, and I think it's hard for everybody also to really know what's happening in each club in Belgium. 100 clubs. So we decide to make I don't know in English, tu peux peut-être m'aider, Roland, la fiche signalétique. So we decide to ask each area president to make a report of each club. So with a lot of questions, so we can know all the clubs, what they are doing. We can help some clubs, but we cannot help the other clubs. So we have to focus on this kind of clubs, but first of all, we have to know what's happening. So for the 2 and 3 years, we are trying to make a repertory to each club in Belgium, and we are working on it right now. That's the second thing. We want also, with that kind of work, make sure all the tablers who are going out of table, make sure they can find a 41 club. They can join a 41 club. So it's not easy. Sometimes you have table, they don't have 41 right after that. So it's our job to make sure all the tablers can find a 41 club. But first of all, we have to see what's happening in Belgium with all the clubs. Okay, and after that, the 4 points is very important also. It's to get a better communication. That's why Stefan is here. We want to make sure the 41 words can be used by a maximum of members. It's not very easy for people to be in the 41 word. But for that, I will let Stefan explain a little bit what we plan and what he is doing about that. Stefan, can you explain?
Yeah.
Please?
So of course, as you can imagine, every change of habits, and especially when we speak about IT habits, is difficult, and so changing from our old admin to the 41 world is a significant change for the people and for our member. So we had the platform that has been installed a couple of years ago by Edwin and by Bert from who were already in the previous board. What I have discussed with the board this year, the target is really to make sure that it is adopted. And in order to facilitate, we have put in place, and the first one was 1 or 2 weeks ago, what we have called the Apéro Zoom. So really to have a kind of more or less at the same time as Snow, an evening on Zoom where we focus on one aspect, really short on the platform. It can be updating its profile, creating an event, managing the registration to the events, and so on. But that's really short session of, and then it's really a platform where every member, whether or not they have the admin right on the platform, can attend this Zoom and ask their own question, and share difficulties or things that they do not succeed to do, and really to try to answer the question and to encourage them to move ahead with the platform. Of course, with our all other information channel, whether it is at the area meetings, in our magazine, and so on, we will continue to publish some tips and tricks regarding 41er World, and to try to promote the exchange. And as Benoit mentioned, for example, this first session was really to underline the importance to update his profile, to set, as every member wish, is a preference of confidentiality, and activate the cross-family sharing. Because if we want to underline the link with Roundtable, which is one of our objectives this year in Belgium, it is clear that the first things would be to encourage every member of 41, and we try to do the same with our colleague of Roundtable, to activate this cross-family sharing, so that at least on a digital world we can communicate and we can share information of connection and getting in touch with each other. So that's really a focus we took on board for the beginning of this year for us in Belgium. I don't know if you have any question.
Very good, Stefan. I think that every country should have a good national webmaster like you, because I think that you are doing the right job. So I don't know if we in Italy we will succeed in doing what you are doing now, but of course this is the right route to do the things. So well done.
Thank you, Stefan. He's doing an incredible job, so that's why he's there, and I'm happy he's there. Okay, thank you, Stefan. I would like to tell you also, in Belgium we have the 4 Club, 1 Vision, the association of the 4 clubs, Agora, Ladies, Table, and 41. And for that, I will let Bob, if you can make a little explanation. You are the specialist of that. So if you can explain a little bit how 41 Club, 1 Vision works in Belgium.
Yes, so we have 4 clubs, 1 vision, and we also have a committee with a president and so on in 4 clubs, 1 vision, with representatives from Ladies Circle, Roundtable, Agora, and 41. And the main goal of our 4 clubs is that we organize together events for charity. One big event that we did until Corona was giving once a week a meal to homeless or poor people, and every week we distribute about 150 meals a week. Now, due to Corona, it's a little bit difficult because it's forbidden to be together with too much people and so on and so on. But meanwhile, we worked on a lot of other things. Starting at the beginning of pandemic, we distributed about 9 tons of hand glue. We made face shields. We gave masks with the logo 4 Clubs on it, things like that. And now with the inundations in the French part of Belgium in the summer, we try to help. We try to help people there, and what we did now is we gave directly to members of our club who were in need financial support because their restaurant or their shop or everything was just simply destroyed and they didn't have some money to come in. Every 2 years we change of president there. Until now it was somebody from Round Table, then somebody from 41, and the next president who will be starting probably in April, because we changed the committee in April because the AGM of Lady Circle and Round Table is in March, and now the next president will be somebody from Agora or Lady Circle. Which is also very good about the 4 clubs is that the connection between the 4 clubs on that level is much better. So we have very good contacts with our brother and sister clubs. And locally, we also list in which city there are already 4 clubs, and we support them that they also do activities together or that they do meetings together and so on. So it's really to make the 4 clubs closer together. That's any questions about it?
Just maybe to add something. We had a Tangent Club in Belgium. This is what's left. You can't see it with the background. So the Tangent Club, there are 3 clubs left in Belgium. They don't grow anymore. So Agora is much more active, and so one day maybe they will merge, and so to have one club which should be like in Germany. Yeah?
Do you know how many members do they have? I mean, Agora.
10. Agora, you know, Bob.
About.
Agora is about I think about 400 members. I think about 400 members, 23 clubs, and they are chartering 2 new clubs. And I got the directory of Tangent, but it's a tiny little book like this. I think they are with about 20-30 members.
Okay.
in 3.
What about Lady Circle? You know how many they are?
Lady Circle, I think 600 members. Lady Circle 600, yes.
And Tangent, they are 46 in Tangent. 3 clubs.
Okay.
That's a good number of circlers.
Yes, and we have at this moment a very good national committee in Lady Circle. Already several years, and the contacts between Lady Circle and 41 are also very, very good. And obviously Agora 41 also very good.
But according to Circular World, There are 688 members in Ladies Circle Belgium.
That's more than there are in GB.
More than in GB. Yeah, but Belgium is a big country, huh? On 41 and table grounds.
Belgium is a United Kingdom now. I'm kidding.
How
Okay,
many
thank
in
you, Bob.
GB? How many in GB?
How many lady circlers?
Yes.
It used to be around about 1,000, but I think it's about 600 or 700 now.
Oh,
Might be even lower.
Dangerous, dangerous.
They had they suffered in lockdown a great deal.
Mhm.
According to Circular World, it's 754.
In GB.
Yeah, Great Britain and Ireland.
Yeah, well, there we go. And how much was Belgium, did you say?
688.
688.
Yes, it's not far off the same. It's about the same then, in fact, rather than, yeah.
What about Italy? Just to, because I know that they are less than 100, I think.
Italy. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure they already migrated to ladies.
Probably not. Probably not. So
Because
you
the
don't have the
system is
figures.
quite empty.
Anyway, they are less than 100 for sure. So it's a nightmare. Ladies Circle and Agora in Italy are not working well. So it's always difficult. Anyway, thank you very much, Bob.
Thank you, Bob. And I would like now to give the word to Edwin, who is our first vice president, but he is also the YAP convener, and he is making a great job about YAP. So I would let him explain to you what he's doing.
Okay, first, my function as first vice president. For those who doesn't know, but in Belgium we've got two vice presidents, one Flemish and one French-speaking one, and they change every year. So my function is normally the concerning of the members and clubs, and now in Belgium also the region committees, because it's a bit new. 5-6 years ago, Belgium started with the same regions as the Round Table of Belgium. And because we are growing, it's also important that they grow also. So at the moment, we've got 4 committees in function, and one region has not still got a president or a committee. So we are searching, we are working on it, but like Benoit also said, there are clubs who are quiet and on their own, and there are clubs who are active, so it's still getting on. Second position I've got is YAP convener. Some of you I met. I know. Yeah, Luca, you were there.
Well, not this year, but
no, not with Dingen, with. So we met in November. I saw Fabian. I saw over there, yeah, in Frankfurt, and yeah, most of you know already, perhaps, but we are going to try to make Plan A possible. So after 2 years of non-YAP tours for our children, we are going to try to do it next year in the summer. Let's hope that Corona stays away a little bit more, and that we can try. In Belgium, we join 2 tours with hosting. We start now to search hosting those guys for next year. And I know the last time in 2019, it will be for those guys and for our hosts, really a special 3 days, no more, no less, but we will try to make our best to make the best YEP tour even after. For the rest, I don't know if there are questions for my functions in the national board. Important, we started last year also with Bob to make our national board a bit younger, with a mix of young 41ers and some settled ones, and it functions very well. We've got now a very young 41 president. I'm 60, so I will be the bit older one next year. But we are going to try also to have more boards with a mix of young 41 and some settled 41ers. And it works well, I think, in our Belgium and in our committees. Thank you.
Thank you, Edwin. Okay, friends, I would like to show you the movie. We start a very great sensibilization. Yes, it's worked. That work. Sensibilization about the members of the 41, about the recruitment. So I will show you the movie, and after that we will a little bit discuss about it. And can I ask Stefan? Can you put the movie on screen, or
maybe Gopal has to give
Yes.
the permission to.
If I have the right.
I made you the co-host. Go ahead.
Stefan must be the co-host.
So I have to leave, yes? Bye-bye.
You can share your screen. You can share your screen.
Yes, I can share my screen.
There it is.
Wait. Yeah, connection is slow. I will wait it load on my laptop and then I will launch it. I think it will be better.
Very
Well
good.
done.
And just for your use, if you want, I just share in the chat box the link to the YouTube video that you can use and share with the other committee and the other association without problem.
Thank you very much, Stefan.
Okay, so if I can say a little bit more about that. So we want to show all the 41 members of Belgium they can help recruiting roundtable, and for that we are also making how to do it. So each club, each table have its own tradition, so we cannot do whatever we want about recruiting roundtable members. So we are also making how to do when I think a guy can be a tabler. So, and every 41 member in Belgium will receive this how to do it and explain to them, okay, you have to contact this person, you have to contact that person. So we have a big commotion about that, and we want to make a roundtable bigger. You know, our future are very close to the future of the roundtable. So if roundtable is doing good, 41 club will do good again, or continue to be good. So I will let a small word also to Edwin to explain how the story is coming and about this vision in 3 years. Okay, Edwin, you want to say a word about that, or?
Oh yeah, okay. So Benoit explained the reason of this video we took. We are now going to make also some cartoons of roundtable images and 41 to make an evolution in what we are going to do for searching roundtable members. But still, it's the roundtable who decide if they let them join or not. It's not we decide. No, we are only searching for them to give them the possibility to have new members. So for the next years, it's a project where we are going to do this over several years. We are expanding this thing with some cartoons and more information and so on. You saw also the card they let show with the emblem of 41. Inside the card, there is the information to get started, to get a contact and so on. So no, I think it's important that we 41ers, not only in Belgium, but all over the world also going to try to search in our friends, children, whatever. It's also something for the ladies circle. It's not only for a round table, but we can assist also for the ladies. But it's important that we, as older members, try to search members for round table and ladies circle. That's it, I think, Benoit.
Thank you, Edwin. What you see in that kind of collaboration with the roundtable, it's not only in one side. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we had the half-year meeting of the Roundtable Belgium, and I showed a movie. And what is good, it's okay, 41 can help you, but it makes for the tablers know they are 41 after tabling. So it's a good collaboration, and it's when you are living your tabling life, you don't think about the future. Okay, 41 exists, but you don't really know what's happening there. But what we are collaborating in some work like that, they know, oh, okay, after tabling, we have still something to do. And that's what it's good about this movie and the thing we can do together. Okay, that's it. So, do you have any question about that, or?
No, I think it sounds brilliant, doesn't it? Absolutely, you know, that's brilliant. Keep going, keep going.
By the
Thank
way,
you.
and my suggestions of this morning were useless because you have organized everything.
No. But what you see, I don't have a board. Yes, I have a board, but I have a team. So it's not only a board, it's a team. And what is good about Belgium National Board, Edwin told you, we have some people with experience. We have young guys who wants to move the world. So the good combination is it's great, I think, and we will keep going this way with people with experience, young guys, and so it's I call it in the beginning of the year the dream team. So that's the dream team of Belgium.
Very good. Thank you very much for all your presentations. Just to give you an idea of what we are doing, we are trying to, well, after the HYM International in Verona, we now are planning to do a workshop in the month of January. And we would like to know also, we would like to have your idea about the things that we think to explain, and trying to have an idea of what the country think about this. For example, is important for you to have a changing of rules in our statutes? You know that we are an ASBL, we are a non-profit association that was established almost more than 1 year ago now in Luxembourg. And but for example, what do you think about the super majority that we have in the rules? So whenever we want to change the rule in the statute, we need 75% of approval from the member countries. What do you think about this? Is it something that we can think to change, or for you, it's like, no, we don't need to touch it?
Do you mean internationally? Do you mean internationally?
Internationally, yes, internationally.
I will let Roland maybe answer this question because he is more in it.
Yes, yeah. Well, I mean, our explanation is that it is when we want to do something, it is very difficult to do it just because of this. When we want to change something, let's say inside the statute, and
yeah. But we are also organized as a non-profit association in Belgium. Huh? So we are registered, we have a company number, so everything is clear and done. And every time that we have a general meeting, of course, every modification is what do you call it? It's set in the government's papers, you know. So that's one thing. We are working with a single majority, and anyone can ask to have a special general meeting if he wants to. So if the club wants to, they need to have 30 signatures of presidents on, so 30% of the signatures to get that annual general meeting. That's regarding the Belgium situation. Now, internationally, I agree with you. It's really complicated to have a quorum of 75% to have the things changed, the rules changed. That just makes it impossible. Now, I know what it's going about. We are in a hybrid situation in Belgium, if you compare to France. So what we did, we have a glass ceiling by means of someone that was not a tabler before. So we are all tablers here on the screen. Someone who was not a tabler before can have any function in the club, also in the area or in the region, but not a region presidency. That's not possible if you're not be a tabler. So we had an answer to that because we know the rules internationally. So Benoit, Stefan, Bob, myself, Edwin, we've been tablers, so we can represent our club internationally without any problem. And we don't want to have that kind of discussion. No, of course, France is, if you speak about that, France is a big country regarding the number of members, and their rules are different. They are not international anymore, but as I said earlier, they are still friends, and we are still in contact with them. But if I don't know if the meaning is to try to change the situation about that. Yes, of course we can discuss about, and but I know with 75% quorum, it's impossible to change that.
Thank you very much for your explanation, Roland. But of course, also here in the International Board, we have different feelings on what you were talking about. But
Yeah.
For example, my position, I don't want to touch the subject ex-tablers, non-ex-tablers.
No, of course not.
I just want to say, because we think, me and Tom think that it is easier to have, not for that, we can leave that, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Subject. We just want to say, if we want to do something that needs to be a little bit quicker than it was, because if you want to change a rule now, Martin, if I'm wrong, tell me, you need at least 1.5 years, something like that?
Yeah, there's a procedure and a supermajority requirement. The procedure in essence means that you have to go for the long view of matters, and it takes about between 1 year and 3 months and 1 year and 6 months to bring about a rule change. And you can bring it about only if you have that 75% majority in the AGM that where it is being voted upon.
Yeah, you mean you come with a proposition at the half-year meeting, and then it's voted at the AGM after that, is it?
Well, you have to come even earlier. You have to come for the AGM of the year before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No.
So the idea that we have is that we are doing now with the computers and the technology, we do the things very quickly. So why don't we, I don't know, allow a country to become a part of 41 International in 6 months instead of a year, or because we have some countries that
Luca, but that is a different issue from rule change.
Yeah.
Accepting a new country association into 41 International is not a rule change. That is following its own rules.
That can be done. That can be done easily by communicating by mail or to have a Zoom meeting. That can be done quite easily and quite quick, I think, isn't it?
No, it cannot. It's still the AGM who has to vote new members in.
Okay.
I think the point is that you want to be able to decide at an AGM on any proposal that is put to the AGM. And at the moment, you can't do that. You then have to wait another year for the next AGM. Where, you know, so which is ridiculous. Any other organisation basically decides at an AGM what he wants to do, and that makes that decision. And you know, coming into the job of president in a couple of years' time, my position when I started was that, well, there's no point in trying to change any rules, is there? We just, you know, it's just not going to happen. That can't really be a good situation where an incoming international president says, well, there's no point in changing anything, I'm not even going to try. I mean, that's not a good position to be in, really.
Okay, I understand you.
So, for example, we had a program, okay, but probably Tom has a view for the next 3-4 years, and we are trying to see if it is possible to put all the pillars that he has in the program, and of course we need to work on that, but probably we need also to change a little bit our rules. But if it is not possible, maybe I will not see the end. Tom will not see the end of this, and probably also Barry will not see the end of this. So does it make sense to speak and speak and speak and then not decide anything?
If I take as an example the Belgian situation, what we do when we have what we call a president's dinner, which is our half-year meeting, we come over with the motion, and that motion is proposed to every people, and 6 months later we vote for that. So that's the way we do it. Why isn't it possible internationally? Is there something written in the rules?
Yeah,
That's it. Exactly.
Yes, there is.
Yes. Okay, then you have to change first that rule.
Yeah.
Then you can you know, but
Yeah,
it's important when you like we in Belgium, like Roland said, we can on the half-year meeting present some new changes of our rules, and then at half-year later at the AGM we can let them choose if it's possible or not.
Accepted or not? No.
Let's vote.
I think
Half year later. So in 1 year time you can change some things then, and not over.
I think the thing is what we need. That one of the issues is that to be able to change the way we can change our rules, we still need 75%
today.
And the trouble is, there's always going to be 20 or 30% of people who just say, no, why are we doing this? I'm going to vote against. And so you can spend a lot of time preparing the ground, as we've had international presidents before us trying to do something, and they've ended up getting to an AGM at the end of a 3-year stint, and the vote goes down.
I think the first thing you need absolutely to change is a 75%.
Yeah.
If we don't change that, there is nothing possible to change. Unfortunately, I think since I'm coming to the international AGMs, I haven't seen changing anything, because we have 72, 70, 74% of the votes, and everything stays like it stays, and it's a concrete, not moving building, which is the Institute of 41 International, because of that.
Which is interesting, Bob. It's interesting, isn't it, that the motto of our young table was adopt, adapt, improve, and we're not able to do any of those three things if we're not careful. But gentlemen, I've got an appointment, so I'm going to have to go. It's been great to meet you, but I will take my leave. I think we're not far off the end now. So I will see you.
Okay.
See you, Barry. Bye, Barry.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Yep, I have to take leave as well. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
What about that?
Gopal, have you got something to say?
No, I'm good.
No.
We will cross the bridge when we approach it. We're just discussing. So let's aim for it. Let's work towards it. Hopefully, we should be able to change the rules.
Well, I don't know if we can change or not, but again, I think that the world is moving very, very fast now, and we are not moving. So I thought.
Luca, you know that Belgium is a party where you can discuss with, and we are the first country, I think, in the 41 who are also thinking about the future also. And you see it with Luke over the years and with the guys and what we are doing in 41. So I think it's important to join and to see what we can do in the future. But changing is necessary, I think.
Well, the idea that I have is at this moment, it is very difficult to speak with the countries for the ex-stabler, non-ex-stabler problem. So I just want
to...
No,
of course not. Of course not.
No.
Put that on the side. Put that on the side.
I want to talk about that because, again, there are many countries that do not want a non-ex-stabler. So, but of course, Belgium, Italy, Romania, they do accept them. And we try to follow what you do, like I mean the rules. The people that belong to the national board were part of the roundtable, were roundtable members. But I'm aware that it is not possible to speak about this with all the countries. Because, for example, northern countries like Norway, like Sweden, like Finland, like Suriname, we met Suriname last week, and they are completely, they just want to have ex-stablers in the organization. So, but and I think I can accept it because I don't know what is good or what is bad about this subject. Okay, because from the Italian experience that I have, I can think that we had also very good presidents that were non-ex-stablers. So, but of course, at the international level, they cannot vote. So we need to have IROs that were part of roundtable.
We just to give you an example, you know, Belgium is a cosmopolitan country. We have lots of nationalities here. In my club, in my 41 club, we have one non-ex-stabler. Do you know who? He was a 41er in France. He was not a tabler. He was a 41er in France. He came to Belgium to work. And so he tried to join a club. What do? Do we say no? Of course not. So that's the only one we have. But it's the purpose was not to have a non-ex-stabler, but he's a friend, he's a 41er. But a part of that I can understand. And I think, do you really think that the people are against changing that rule? If we explain it's not, it's non-ex-stable, it's not the purpose.
Yeah,
we don't have to speak about that, huh?
Roland, that's probably the point. And Luca, don't we have a workshop soon about this rule change thing?
Yes.
And it is
come over maybe with some topics to say what about this, what about this, what about this, and let on the side
yes, there will be
the sensible points.
some topics like, you know, like to change the financial year, for example.
Yeah.
Because at the moment it goes from one AGM to the other, but some of us think that it would be better to change it from 1st July to 30th of June, because it makes the things easier for everybody, I think. So I think it's a good point, that one, but for this, we need to change rule, the rule of 75%, I think.
But if you come over with those kind of topics, I think that it would be possible to change it now.
Yeah. Well, I think it is fair to try to change it, because it should be something that make things easier and probably quicker. So, but of course, well, Gopal always says to me that it is not worth doing that because nobody will accept it. But you know, I think that it is important to explain to the people and the boards what we are doing. I don't want to change the association. I just want to change some rules of the association that makes the things easier. I don't want to change anything.
I can give you a Belgian solution. Go from 75 to 60.
Yeah, or 66 could be 2/3.
Yeah, no, make it 60.
60. Why 60?
That's the first step.
Yes.
That's the way we are negotiating between the different communities in Belgium. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, have you got questions for us? Just to, you know, you saw that there is a good program for Senegal. So is there any one of you that would like to join? And
well, I really would like to go, but it's depending on the work. We had such a mess the last 16 months with the pandemic. And it's difficult to restart the companies, and so I really would like to go, but I will see. I've seen that.
Okay, because you're the IRO, and so you are entitled to travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I take my friend president with me.
Ah, okay. Okay, so have you got questions? Well, unfortunately, I think Tom left, or yeah, but yes. Usually these meetings last 1 hour, so yes.
It's perfect.
May I ask a question of very technical nature? You said Club 41 Belgium on the national level is organized as an ASBL. Is that right? Is
That's
that
correct.
so also for the local clubs? Are they also organized as ASBLs?
No. Some are.
Okay.
Some of them are, but not all.
Not all,
Okay.
no.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I have to add one more question. Let's say, how does this work? Is it common that you have clubs that are ASBL and clubs that are not ASBL? I mean, from the tax point of view, is there anything that changes, or?
No. We have no taxes. It's a non-profit organization, and so we have no revenue, in fact. And so the VAT is a tax on the revenue, on the added value. We have no added value. So
well, according by the legislation, we have an added value, but not recognized in the legislation.
Yeah.
Okay.
The added value is to be member of a club, of course, but I agree with you. I agree.
So, gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us tonight. It was really interesting for us to follow all your work in Belgium. And by the way, I think this one was the best organized because you had the chance to talk and explain what you're really doing in Belgium. So well done, Benoit.
Thank you.
I think it is useful, and we all can get some ideas from your way of working. So thanks a lot again. Tomorrow we will have Cyprus with us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I decided to have all these meetings with the countries because I think it is really interesting and we know each other better. So next time when we will have a beer, I think that we will really celebrate the friendship between us. So thanks again, and see you hopefully in February, March. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Brilliant
Thank
preparation.
you, Luca.
Bye.
Thank you.
Luca.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
for
the
your
organization.